Hello everybody, we are doing a fishing show today, the river estuary today, and it's a pretty gloomy day really. Yesterday we had 27 degrees, today we now have 15, so it's chillier. I've got my jacket on today. So I've just decided just to try something a little bit different and come into the harbour and just to see what sort of state of play. Fishing a shad, a paddle tail, vertically tight on the harbour. Simply green, luminous green. I'm not sure if this one is luminous, but simple setup, just £30 main line and 4/0 hook, little lead above it, big paddle tail on it, and then to a slide on 1X Wilson bead, swivel, £20 braid, 4,000 reel with a sort of spin rod. Typical spin rod. Just fishing the bottom of the tide. Fishing the bottom of the tide. There's actually a lot of weed about on the bottom. Usually I'd let this jig bounce along the bottom all the time, but because I'm picking up so much weed, I've decided that just having it fishing properly is more important. So it's always the same when you come to a new spot. I was here on Saturday, I came here on Saturday for a look, and I thought we'd give it a go on Monday. So here we are, conditions have changed. It was sunny on Saturday, water was a bit clearer, it rained last night, there's all runoff. If you look round here, there's all runoff from all this mud and sand. The species we're targeting today is a mulloway. Or they call it in Australia they call it a mulloway, in South Africa they call it a cob. It's a scavenger fish. You'll eat absolutely anything, and they grow really big. You go all different, so you get school ones, you get little small ones, medium-sized ones, giant ones that you don't particularly really, on this rig we do not want to hook a giant one because he'll just spool me. He'll spool, £20 braid, he will spool. So we're hoping we're just going to latch onto a schoolie. You can bait fish for them, you can use live baits, dead baits, they're like any sort of fish, squid, crabs, all that sort of stuff. And we're just mimicking a live bait at the minute with this paddle tail, and they'll come on these as well. I have hooked mulloway on this rig. I was in New South Wales when I done that, off a breakwall, a place called Southwest Rocks, and it spooled me. It'd been, the river was in flood, it was pretty cloudy, pretty murky, and yeah, it just got in the current and it just spooled me. It was a big fish. Lost all my braid, £35 braid. But they're not all big uns, so it'd be nice just to see one for the camera today. I might come in here with the boat and anchor up and see if we can get one like that. But it's a bit of a grim day today, but you know, it's one of them sort of days where you just think, well, if I just go fishing for a few hours, that'll just, at least I got something decent out of my day, you know. So we'll just keep sort of trying. But usually when it hits the water, I count how many times it takes to hit the bottom. You can also just watch the line and just see when it dinks, which means it's on the bottom. If you're on the bottom, the lure's doing its job, but because I've not fished it before and there's been a lot of weed, I've just been retrieving it. Now that's not ideal. Really, to effectively fish this rig properly, you've got to be in touch with the bottom. And there's other species will grab this as well. There's flathead, they'll grab it. I suppose a big bream might grab it, but there is one or two other species which will grab this. Because at the end of the day, it's mimicking a mullet or something like that. See, we're now starting to collect a bit of weed. But see, look at this weed. Let's see, when you get weed like this, it means you're not fishing properly. But we can't help it, because if I could float fish a live bait, if I had a live bait, I would do. But we haven't. So sometimes you just have to sort of persevere. But you can find a little pocket where there isn't so much weed, you know, and you've only got to be fishing properly just for a few meters where a fish may be. And it, you know, do you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you can just sort of give up and think, oh, you know, there's too much weed and this, that and the other. But if you just persevere, the fish are really, in my mind, only going to feed for a couple of hours anyway. So we've got a good distance cast there. I'm just going to let that out there. There's probably not so much weed. But as we get the lure closer into the bank, you probably want to start speeding up the retrieve. See, actually, it's in the weed there. Christ. So, see, that's completely not fishing when you... Bit of a concern. Bit of a concern. You can put a lighter jig on. You could put a lighter one on. But I've had fish on. I've had them on this particular lure, so I don't like to change what works. So, it's like fucking poo on the end of the hook. Right. Okay. Right. I'm just going to save the battery. So I will be back with a bit of luck. Over and out.